Good morning. This is Heather Davis from Blossoming Light, and I am going to be doing my weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning January 25th. However, today is January 27th, so this reading is going to go through the rest of the week and through the weekend. Okay, so the cards I'm going to be using today are the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. So let's get started with a little bit of a shuffle. The last week has probably been a little rough for you at times. We're going through a lot of stuff from the past, possibly even past lives, karma, things like that. Some things are probably being put on hold for you. You've kind of come to, maybe some of you have come to forks in the road where there's some indecision, some questions like, what do I do next? Some of you may be having past loves or relationship issues coming to the surface. Communications are certainly going to be hampered. Communications are always kind of disgruntled when Mercury retrograde comes around. Things probably might be breaking for you, mechanical things. So let's see what we have in this reading. Okay, so first card, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. The second card is Journey. The third card is Rest and Rejuvenation. The fourth card is Adjacent Possibilities. And the fifth card is Action. Now what I'm feeling is that Archangel Ariel, Journey, and Rest and Rejuvenation are kind of more current, whereas the Adjacent Possibilities and Action are going to be coming for us down the road. We're going to have a lot of opportunities coming to us and that we can take action on. However, what we need to do is we need to clear out the gunk, the issues, things like that are all still roadblocks for us that we need to work through before we can have a clean road and get to those opportunities and take action. Okay, so sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is where we hold a lot of our emotions, a lot of ties, a lot of cords that we connect to people. All are centered in your sacral chakra. So when you have emotional issues, when you have pain, when you are clinging to things from the past that you just can't let go of, a lot of that is held in your sacral chakra. So this week, what you need to do is take some time to try clearing out your sacral chakra. I do have a meditation. It is downloadable through my digital download page on my website. So if you want a guided meditation that'll work you through cleaning and clearing out your sacral chakra, please go to that page, www.blossominglight.com. Next, Journey. Clearing out, going through all that emotional gunk is a journey. It's part of our spiritual journey. Every lifetime that we live, we learn something, we develop, we get closer to the universe on a human side, but spiritual, if that makes any sense. We have to live through a lot of these human things to help us learn and grow as a spiritual being. So, especially during Mercury retrograde, we're going back, we're rehashing things, we're sorting through emotional turmoil, issues, things like that we need to let go of to advance on our spiritual path. So the Journey card, especially paired with the Sacral Chakra card, is all about the journey that we're taking to experience all this. Now, this also brings up a point that as we go through this, we need to focus on the journey that we're living. What lessons are we learning as we go through all this? You know, most of us just want to get to the other side. I just want to be done with this. I want to get rid of all this crap. I want to get rid of these emotions and these issues that I'm holding on to forever and ever. I just want to be done with it. However, sorry, that was my son. However, we also need to look at the actual journey that we're taking and what we're experiencing and what we're learning as we go through this progress. Okay, so next, the rest and rejuvenation card. As we're going out through all this, as we're experiencing these life lessons and dealing with these issues, it's draining. Emotional stress is very draining. Be sure that you are taking the proper rest that you need. Make sure that you're grounding, salt baths, anything that you can do for yourself to clear, clean, get rid of this negative energy that you might be holding on to. Do whatever you need to do. Get outside, hug a tree. Sometimes getting out and just touching a tree will help you ground. Whatever you can. Get out and refresh, rest. You may need to sleep more than usual. Do whatever you need to do to help yourself, okay? This isn't an easy process. Not at all. It's troubling. It's stuff going on in our head, stuff going on in our body, things that we don't necessarily recognize. You may get sick. You might have a backache. All sorts of different things could be going on with your body in effect of what's going on with your soul and the universe. So give yourself some space. Give yourself some time to relax. Okay, next 2 card. Possibilities, action. Okay. I feel that these are more down the road, like that is what's coming, possibly after Mercury retrograde. We have to really get through the clearing out of old emotional wounds, all those issues that are cropping up right now. We have to work through them before we can take advantage of those opportunities and get to acting on them in the future, right down the road. Now, I still feel that we're in planning stages. What do we want to happen? Actually, earlier I got the indecision card. That's been coming up very prominently too, in regard to what decisions we need to make in our life as we're working through all this old emotional stuff, these emotional ties, these issues, things from our past. We're going to be noticing, we're kind of looking toward the future of stuff that we want to do, but we don't necessarily know where to go or how to approach it. Say, for example, wanting to move, whether you want to move to a new house or a new city or, across the world. You might be feeling, yes, I really, really want to do that. And then the next minute you're like, well, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe it's not a wise choice. So during this time, as you come to terms with past turmoil, past issues, things like that, also come to terms with what you actually really want in your soul, in your heart. Don't let these past issues or your past fears is a big one, big one for this week. Don't let your past fears or the fears that you've developed because of these emotional ties from the past hold you back from doing the things that you want to. So as you work through your fears, more and more doors are going to be opening to you. So before you step through any doors right now, even if opportunities do rise for you, maybe step back and say, let me get through Mercury retrograde. Let's just, maybe wait a couple more weeks. Let's see if I change my mind, or I might learn something about myself in the next couple of weeks that will really make me, or ensure I make the best decision for me. Okay? Hopefully that all makes sense. Okay, I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to draw one more card for fun. And I'm going to do this from my Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Okay. Let's see what we pull here. Okay, so the card that I pulled from this deck is River, movement. And this is actually a message that I got this morning in my daily reading. Don't worry about not necessarily seeing a movement in your life right now. Things are going on in the background. And actually, the analogy that I gave this morning, because this is what my guide showed me, is when you're in a waiting room at a doctor's office, everyone's sitting there, everyone's waiting, everyone's, trying to stay busy with magazines or their phones or whatnot. You're like, when the heck is my name going to be called? But you don't see all the hustle and bustle that goes on behind the doors of the doctor's office. You have doctors, you have nurses, you have tests being run, you have all sorts of things happening, but you can't necessarily see it until your name is called. They call you back. Then maybe you go into, the doctor's office to wait for him. So you have more waiting. But then finally the doctor comes in and you get your answers. You get your medication, or, he sends you on to do more tests or whatever. But anyway, there is stuff going on in the background. There's movement with the universe. The universe is shifting and trying to put things into place to help bring what you desire into place, as well as what soul lessons you might need to accomplish before they can get you your desires, the universe and your angels and guides. So be patient. Please be patient. Stuff is going on. Everything is flowing as it needs to flow, and everything will arrive at your doorstep in due time. Okay, so that does it for this week's reading. I'm sending lots of love and light, and remember that you can get my personal readings, spells, and charms made especially for you, and any other spiritual need that you might have through my website, www.blossominglight.com. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!